Hello and good evening. I'm Amanda Alfonso and you're watching Goa 365. Our headlines at the hour. BJP boycotts Governor's address on the opening day of the winter session of the Assembly. Governor S.C. Jamir wants Goa to be made the sports capital of India. BJP blames Ranis for rendering Goan security personnel jobless. Tempo remain unbeaten in the 10th round of the ONGC I-League, beat Churchill Brothers by 4-1. And we also have the movies released at the Inox today. Now for the news in detail. The winter session of the Goa Assembly began with a furrow, with the opposition Bharatiya Janata Party staging a walkout during Governor S.C. Jamir's address to the House and by shouting slogans against the governor.
Take important decisions towards shaping the destiny of the state. I expect that the business of House will be conducted carefully with mutual understanding and cooperation, serving our strong democracy.
As soon as the governor stood to address the House, opposition leader Manohar Parrikar questioned the sanctity of the governor's address as his last address was not discussed in the House.
Your last speech has not been discussed at all in the House.
Mr. Speaker,
Is this a difference?
honorable members of the Legislative Assembly, I take
Because
this
there is no point
opportunity
in
to convey my
listening
heartiest
to
New Year
speeches which are
greetings
not
to all of you.
discussed in the House.
I hope this August House would have.
Speaking to Goa 365 after the walkout, Mr. Parrikar gave his reasons and also accused the governor for indulging in active politics in Goa and Nagaland.
See, Governor has been basically indulging into political activities and have been protecting the interest of ruling party during last 3 years. On number of occasions his behavior has been partisan. When he did the cost of Goa's treasury and money of people of Goa, he has been indulging in nowadays into politics of Nagaland also. Governor, whose cost has been exorbitant to the state, should not be kept because governor's post has to be neutral post.
Earlier, Bharatiya Janata Party Yuva Morcha members demonstrated and waved black flags as the governor's motorcade was on its way to the assembly complex. Speaking to Goa 365, Yuva Morcha members disclosed their reasons for black flag demonstration.
तो फक्त तेका काळे झेंडे दाखोवन आमकां आमचो जो राग आसा पळय न्हू तो आमकां हांगासर तांकां दाखोवपाचो आसलो की हांगासर जें कितें जमिरान चलयलां तें आमकां मान्य ना आमच्या गोंयचे जनतेक तर अजिबात मान्य ना आतां तुमी न्यूजपेपराचेर सगळें वाचलां आसतलें आमच्या विरोधी पक्षनेत्यान कितें कितें दिलां पळय न्हू कशें कशें भ्रश्टाचार चल्लेलो आसा ताका लागून आमी ताका प्रोटेस्ट करपाक लागून आमी काळे झेंडे दाखोवपाचे पूण सडनली आमी कांयच करनासतना तेजो पुलिसान आमकां थंयसर अरेस्ट केलें.
The police later rounded them up and arrested them for violation of Section 144.
The governor of Goa, S.C. Jamir, appreciated the work done by his government and said that it is committed to the overall development of the state.
Delivering the address on the opening day of the winter session at the State Assembly, he said that the vision of his government is to develop Goa as games and sports capital of India.
My government also accorded approval for enhancement of financial assistance for supply of sports equipment to educational institutions from the existing amount of 8,000 to 15,000 each to the government secondary school and from 10,000 to 20,000 each to the higher secondary schools in Goa. In order to keep maximum exposure to rural youth, the Sports Authority of Goa has been organizing the rural sports tournaments at the taluka, district and state level every year. In the game of boxing in the third national games held at Assam in February 2007, Goa claims a gold and silver medal each. In chess in the Asian Youth Class Championship at Pakistan in July 2007 and UAE in August 2007, Goa again claims a gold and silver medal each. The vision of the government for the 11th five-year plan is to develop Goa as games and sports capital of India through establishment of multidisciplinary sports infrastructure of international standards to facilitate hosting of national and international sports events to attract high-caliber athletes to Goa in various sports disciplines, thus promoting excellence in sports besides promoting sports tourism.
Mr. Jamir said that the government has accepted the recommendation for revival of rural cooperative institutions.
The state government has accepted recommendation made in the task force report submitted by Vidyanathan Committee for Revival of Rural Cooperative Credit Institutions. Certain prerequisites prescribed in the recommendation made by the Vidyanathan Committee have already been incorporated in the new Goa Cooperative Act 2001.
He also pointed out the steps taken by government to improve agriculture sector.
With the various steps taken by the government in agriculture sector, it is expected that the face of agriculture will soon change and agriculture will emerge as a promising sector for the employment and economic upliftment of the state of Goa.
He appreciated government for providing support prices for farmers and requested farmers for their participation in improving farming.
Government has noted that the fall in price and market value economic levels result in the neglect of crop by the farmers. My government, therefore, has introduced provisions of support price to crop like sugarcane, coconut, and paddy. Agriculture does not develop only with the programs emanating from the government, but requires participation of the farming community and the rural people in an integrated manner.
He also appreciated government efforts for weaving 239 crore loan from Central.
This house that my government has succeeded in getting rupees 239 crores loan waived in principle from the central government as well as interest, which was a long pending demand.
He said that the government has fulfilled the demands of the people by scrapping SEZs in Goa.
This house that my government is very keen in scrapping all the SEZs in Goa, giving due respect to the people's feelings and aspirations. My government has already written to the central government to de-notify the SEZs which are already notified.
Mr. Jamir said that his government is committed to the development of tourism.
My government continued its emphasis on tourism development by providing necessary infrastructure required for sustainable development of tourism in the state.
He also said his government is committed to provide better power supply to the people of the state.
We're heading for a short break. Stay with us.